Hey everyone, welcome back to the Carousel Show. I'm Coaster Cat, and do me a favor and subscribe so I can get 1,000 subscribers. Because wouldn't that be nice?
Yep, could stay afloat.
I don't have Patreon, I don't have Kickstarter. Do me the solid, please. And tell your friends too as well. As I said, I'm Coaster Cat.
I'm Kay. How are you?
And we have a pretty busy schedule in 2018, would you say?
Mm-hmm.
I
would.
Yeah, we're going to Raging Waves in Yorkville, Illinois.
In August?
We're obviously
July
going...
or August?
August.
August, okay.
It's up there.
Okay.
I put, obviously, because it's our home park, Six Flags Great America.
Yep.
And then, why don't you do me a favor and count the number of parks that we're going to go to in Japan? Okay? Can you count? Are you going to count?
I don't know how many it is.
No, just count.
Oh, 1, 2...
No, I'll say...
Oh.
Central Park.
That's number 1.
Fuji-Q Highland.
2.
Oh, God. Sea Paradise.
3.
Hanayashiki.
4.
Oh, jeez Louise. Higashiyama Animal Park.
5.
Here, I better get a race. Hirakata Park.
6.
Nagashima Spa Land.
7.
Oh gosh. Park Hispana Shima Spain Village.
8.
Tobozu.
9.
Tokyo Disneyland.
10.
Tokyo DisneySea.
11.
Tokyo Dome City.
12.
Tokyo Joyopolis.
13.
How do you say this? Tashimain? I am very sorry, and I know I'm butchering a lot of these names.
I forgot what we were at.
Oh. Take 2. I'm kidding.
Were we at 9?
Universal Studios Japan, Yokohama Cosmo World, and Yomiuri Land.
How many is that total?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17 parks. We're going with a group. You can probably guess the group.
But we're not going to tell you. You'll just have to look on the internet.
And these are the 10 things that we're looking forward to, mainly in Japan. No offense, Great America.
Mainly in Tokyo.
Well, some of these parks aren't in Tokyo.
Oh, they just have the name?
This isn't in Tokyo. This is like 5 hours away or so.
Whoa! Speed train.
Bullet train! Ooh, that should be an honorable mention. I'm looking forward to riding a bullet train. Going like 200 miles an hour, seeing things like blast around.
They probably have curtains on the windows so you don't get sick.
If planes can do that so you can look, they can as well. Anyway,
the planes, you're just seeing the clouds and everything.
But no offense, and the cities, but no offense to the unnamed Larson Loop, which you probably should name it, and
I think that's coming up in February.
I doubt it. And the Raging Waves expansion with the 2 new slides and the I don't know what it is, but it's like it's a kids splash pad area themed around, quote, the cutest animal in the world, unquote.
A kitty cat. A bunny.
Yeah, an Australian kitty cat. Anyway, so we're going to go through our list of the 10 things we're most excited to ride in Japan. We're not going to mention food. I'm not a major sushi person, are you?
Yeah, I love sushi.
Okay. I'm more of like a American fast food cuisine jerk. Sorry.
Okay, the one thing about my list, I'm going to put a disclaimer in there right now, is I kind of only looked at the pictures when I was going through some of these parks, and I was like, that looks cool, that looks fun. So
that looks like something that won't snap my spine.
That won't put me in worse shape.
That looks like something I'll be able to walk off.
That one's nice and bright. Yeah.
That's not 150 feet tall.
Okay. So anyway, I'm not going to be able to give too much of a description of these, so...
And I don't have a... clear idea of what some of them are. I know what a few of them are, but
Okay.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
So number 10 at Tokyo Disneyland, I have Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know much about it. I think since it says blasters, it might be like our Dark Ride.
Justice League?
Yeah.
I think it might be more like Buzz Lightyear at Disneyland that you rode a few years ago.
Okay. Well,
it's just different
when it
themed,
says
I guess.
Blasters, you know, it's a Dark Ride.
Tokyo Disneyland has a lot of rides similar to Disneyland in California and California Adventure. Why did this one stick out for you?
I just think the colors and stuff.
It wasn't a coaster?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
That's a good point.
Can I do my number 10?
Sure.
My
please.
number 10 is Ultra Twister at Nagashima Spaland. It's made by Togo, so it's probably rough, and it'll probably give me a concussion, but...
That's where you've got to take...
I've never ridden a Ultra Twister style ride. What this is it has like a 90-degree lift and like an 85-degree drop, and then you go up, you do a barrel roll, and then you kind of go up a section, and then it kind of does a transfer track where you then go backwards and you do 2 more barrel rolls in reverse, and then you're back at the station.
Whoa.
There was only one model of this ever built in the US, and it was the Ultra Twister at Great Adventure, and then it became the Ultra Twister. I know, great name change. At Six Flags Astroworld. I never got to when it got removed from Great Adventure, I think I was just born, so I might not have been able to ride it, and I never got to Six Flags Astroworld. And because there's only so many of the Ultra Twisters left, that's something I'm really looking forward to doing. It'll probably be terrible and rough, but I'm excited for it.
Okay. Number 9, I have also at Tokyo Disneyland, is the Snow White's Adventure.
The adult scary Snow White.
So it looks, you know the story of Snow White.
Not the kitty watered down happy sunshine Snow White that we did in California.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that the effects, the mannequins or whatever as you're going through on this dark ride are decent. So
I'm excited to ride it because I think this is the version that the US also had. However, kids kept crying because Snow White wasn't in it and it was a little too scary. So they since changed it and modified it. And it kind of made sense that it was modified because, spoiler alert, it goes from Snow White eating the apple to saying, and then they lived happily ever after.
Yeah.
So it's
So it was a quick through.
I feel like there's probably 20 seconds that got deleted. I don't know.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will be the scary version that'll give us both nightmares, hopefully.
But also in Fantasyland, I love carousels. So there is a castle carousel that, I'm just going to throw that in as a tie with Snow White's Adventure and maybe do the 2 of them right there. So. And yours?
My number 9 is slightly taller than Snow White or the carousel. Steel Dragon 2000.
Okay, you go for it.
318.6 feet long, more than 1.5 miles, hit speed of over 95 miles an hour, and this version it used to have D.H. Morgan style trains. Now it's been upgraded. Now it's been different. Now they have 2 across B&M hypercoaster style trains like Raging Bull or Apollo's Chariot or Nitro at Great Adventure. And with luck, this might be my 700th roller coaster.
Woo!
So yeah, and I'm hoping that it has some good airtime. I was a little I really love what D.H. Morgan did with Phantom's Revenge. I love what they did with Mamba. Superman in Mexico. Moving on. Wild Thing at Valley Fair. Anyway, and Steel Force at Dorney Park. And they did Steel Eel at SeaWorld San Antonio, which was very underrated and very fun.
Yeah.
That was during the era when D.H. Morgan realized that airtime isn't illegal. I'm sorry, that's how the early D.H. Morgan hypers felt like, let's make a big coaster, but if we have airtime, I guess that's illegal in the US. This Phantom's Revenge proved that they knew how to build airtime.
Okay.
And so did Steel Eel and Mamba. Sorry. Anyway, number 8. Should I go or do you?
I can go. I like the Western River Railroad, also at Tokyo Disneyland and Adventureland. But what is kind of has my attention also in there is the Enchanted Tiki Room with Stitch. It's a bird show, but Stitch shows up in it.
Yeah, it's the Enchanted Tiki Room featuring Stitch, Aloha Como Mai. Oh, what does that mean? It's like Hello My Family or something. It's something. I think it's something like that. But it'll be. I've never experienced a Stitch. Oh, I'm sorry. You can go.
No, that's okay.
I've never experienced a Stitch attraction. So this will probably be my first, and I think there's 2 reasons why Stitch is so present in Japan at Tokyo Disney. One is that they have a Stitch Japanese show, and 2, the way he talks. No, Kiki Baba. Okay. Like the way he kind of does like a marble mouth is something that translates for American and international visitors. I think at this one they actually have like a wristband or something, so you can understand what's going on while they're singing it. Plus, can you imagine in the Riki Tiki 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 room, in the Riki Tiki 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 room, in the Riki... We've got tons of stuff that'll make you go zoom in the Riki Tiki 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 room.
Right.
Can you imagine that in Japanese?
But the other thing that is there in Adventureland is the Western River Railroad, the train ride.
Where it goes through Adventureland and Frontierland.
Critter Country, Western Land. So it's,
oh, yeah, that's right.
It's supposed to be like an authentic steam train. So, it also is supposed to take you through a tropical jungle.
Well, that's the Adventureland part.
Okay, and onto the American Old West.
Which is probably Western Land or, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know why it's called Western Land?
It's in Adventureland, I don't know.
No, do you know why
No.
it's called Western Land instead of Frontierland?
Well, it starts and ends there? Or what?
No, Western or Frontierland doesn't really translate that well in Japanese. So, by having the Western Land, that translates much better and they understand that better.
Okay, thank you.
So it's a cultural reason.
Okay.
It's also the reason why the train is a continuous circuit and only has one station.
Yep.
Some with Tokyo laws. Okay, my number 8. Again, slightly taller by a few feet than the Tiki Room and the Western River Ride. The Tower of Terror. As if you can guess, Kay is probably not going to ride this unless she's either in much better shape or is sleep deprived and just wants a place to sit down and I trick her.
No. No, a lot of these I look at, but decide not to go on. And thank you for not pushing me on a lot of stuff. So.
But yeah, this is apparently similar to the California version of Tower of Terror, which I have experienced. I sadly have not done, apparently, the jewel of the franchise with the Florida version. But this wouldn't make my list, but the reason why is because it's differently themed because the company that owns the Disney parks, the Twilight Zone brand is, first of all, not really well known in Japanese culture. So instead, they came up with their own brand where it's Harrison Hightower III or something. And it's this Disney executive with like a long white beard and like a mystical he's a Scooby-Doo villain look. he's this rich Indiana Jones guy, which has collected all of these artifacts, which kind of haunts the hotel, and that's how you get the effects. And apparently, there's like a lot of really cool effects in both the queue line and during the ride and stuff. So when I heard that, I just had to ride it, or I want to ride it.
Okay, so what number are we on?
Number 7.
Okay, number 7. I'm going to skip over to DisneySea, and what attracted me there was the DisneySea Electric Railway. They look like cable cars from San Francisco and that, so I think that might be kind of cool to get on and see what their take is there. So that's what I've got.
Okay.
Also in that area is big city vehicles. So, any chance that I get to do like an antique car ride or something. But these vehicles...
It's not an antique car ride.
I know, but these vehicles, they look like somebody drives you, but it looks
I thought you
cool.
were going to say any chance you don't have to drive or walk around, you take advantage, you want to do it.
So it's almost like having your own tour guide and just going around. And I think that says like step aboard and ride through the streets of New York City in style.
Mm-hmm.
So there are many models to choose from: an open-top town car, the police wagon, the delivery truck, and many more. So, yeah, that could be interesting.
My number... So that's your number 7?
Yes, sir. Well, it's a kind of a tie.
Mm-hmm.
The Electric Railway, because it reminded me of San Francisco, the streetcars, and the big city vehicles. So I
Because you don't have to drive or...
walk.
Yeah. My number 7 is Jaws at Universal Studios Japan. I have never been on Jaws in Florida. And I don't know if they... No, they didn't do one in Hollywood. Okay, how long are you going to be?
Just a few.
Okay. She's going to get some soda and stuff. I've never experienced this attraction before, and since the only one left is in Japan, I figured I might as well. All I know about the ride is that you're in a giant lagoon, probably like an acre or something, and you have a tour guide that is taking you through Amity Cove, and at the end, it like tries to there's a shark that tries to attack you or something. I really hope that they have a translation because, like I said, because I guess it's kind of like Jungle Cruise in that they have a skipper that probably makes jokes or tells puns, and it has a very loose script and stuff. I do not speak Japanese. I do not understand Japanese, so that is something that I am really looking forward to. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Jaws, and I kind of want to figure out how to write in Japanese, where are the wet seats? Because I like getting wet, and Jaws could sometimes get you soaked through the shark appearing or whatnot. So that's my number 7, Jaws at Universal Studios Japan.
And just a quick note too, when we put this list together and that, I had probably a little more than 10, which is unusual for a trip. So Jaws was on mine also. So I don't know, the movie freaks me out, but we might give it a try.
Maybe we should do some movie reviews of Jaws to get you excited.
Probably not.
Can I have that soda?
Here you go.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm Michael Winslow Jr.
Okay. So
anyway, we're at number 6. Should I go first or should you?
I thought Jasmine's flying carpets looked kind of interesting.
That queue line is incredible.
Probably long, right?
Yeah, it has this gigantic queue line for essentially a Dumbo spinner.
Okay, well...
Apparently they spent $25 million on that, and it shows. Is there anything you want to say about it?
Well, after you say that, probably not. I'll just go and look at it, so...
You're gonna be scared of a Dumbo-style ride?
Well, I don't like going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Folks, I'll get her warmed up on that plane ride in Kidsopolis.
Ah, you think so?
Yes.
Well, if I don't do that one, then I could always do the carousel that's in...
Caravan Carousel.
Yep.
Are
Maybe
you...
I could ride...
The
what?
Genie?
Yeah.
I was like, are you going to try to ask employees if you can ride a Genie seat?
But I think the Genie, it looks like, the picture I'm looking at, it looks like it's on the outside, so it might not go up and down. Be kind of cool to just see.
That'll still be okay for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that carousel's gigantic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can hold 200 people at a time.
Yep.
It would be like if Columbia Carousel did a Super Size Me challenge.
Yeah.
So that's your number 6?
Yep.
My number 6 is Space Fantasy. It's a max spinning coaster, which I didn't put something new that I rode, but I got to ride the spinning coaster at or the Turbulence at Adventureland in Long Island, and I am a fan of max spinning coasters. Mack and Gerstlauer and some Arasons are also really good. The Zamperla and the Revicon ones, they're just okay. But this one is like a very custom layout where it takes place in the former ET building. And I have no idea what it is, but it's apparently very well themed. And they put VR on it sometimes. So if you can imagine a spinning coaster with VR goggles,
can't even imagine.
If nothing else, this ride might help me lose weight.
Oh.
Now we're at number 5.
Yep, number 5. What I love Aladdin, the movie and everything. So, the Magic Lamp Theater in 3D.
Do you know what it is?
It's the picture shows that it's got Genie.
Mm-hmm.
And what's happened to him, and it's a magical performance, so it's a theater, so I don't really know too much more than what I'm looking at the picture.
And you're going to probably want English translations.
Maybe. And the seating capacity of this is 322 people. So it's got to be about the size at Great America with the show.
Grand Music Hall can sit over 1,000.
Oh, okay, not as big. Sorry about that.
Even Theatre Royale was also at 1,000. This might be more of maybe slightly bigger than Snowshoe Saloon.
Maybe.
Not the size of the former Southwest Amphitheater, which could do like 5,000, I think.
Okay.
So that's your number 5?
Yep.
My number 5, and this was also on your list, but I took it so that way you could narrow it down, and this was on my list. Monsters, Inc. Ride and Go Seek.
Oh, yeah.
I just hope this isn't another Toy Story Mania.
That would be nice.
I would kind of like to feel my arms afterwards.
Yeah.
Toy Story Mania is practically an exercise machine. And in my opinion, not a very good one. Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm probably angered some people. But one reason why I have to do this is because it's something that's unique to only Tokyo Disneyland. If I were to guess, it's a Monsters, Inc. style dark ride, where it has cars similar to Toy Story Mania, where you're shooting at things, but you're kind of using a flashlight to scare away the monsters.
Yep.
Randall appears, apparently, and so does, Boo, as well, the little girl. And apparently this is like a sequel to Monsters, Inc. And because it's a shooting dark ride, that also kicks it up a notch. And because it doesn't feature screens like Toy Story Mania, that also makes it a little bit better. And the fact that I won't have to constantly pull on something to shoot makes it a little bit better as well.
Yep. Could be easier.
I was so tired after Toy Story Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's move on to number 4.
If I can last...
Like 13 days.
The AquaTopia, the watercraft ride. So it looks almost like bumper boats and stuff that you're going around riding.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to keep talking?
Look at that. See?
Yeah. That's wonderful way to show a picture on an audio podcast. That works.
Yep. Sorry.
Is there anything you
So
wanted?
it's a watercraft that travels around the experimental pool, and you'll spin around, you'll twirl off in unexpected directions. Who knows where you'll end up? Hopefully, at the end, that you can get off.
And not near a whirlpool.
Yeah, we don't run into whirlpools.
Well, I don't know. The whirlpool at Wild Adventures on their water ride was pretty fun.
Okay.
I kind of hope that it's warm enough in Japan where we can go during like their warm time, where they can modify it to get you more wet.
Okay.
You didn't talk about what it was for the people that don't know.
It looks like you're on a big bumper boat, watercraft type thing.
It's a water trackless dark ride. It's the only one of its kind in the world, I want to say. But
if it's
trackless,
right?
Yeah, it uses sensors underneath.
Oh, so that's how
it uses like an I think it uses like an electric rail or something.
Got it.
Which, now that I think about it, might not. No, it's probably not an electric rail. Maybe it's just a electromagnetic or something.
Maybe.
Or something that doesn't require electricity. Maybe linear. I don't know.
I'm not sure. But it looked kind of cool. And it looks like they've got something across your boat so your legs don't get as wet. So I don't know what happens.
To me, that just looks like handlebars or like really cool theming.
No, this.
Okay, cool.
Like a tarp.
So that's your number 4?
Yep.
My number 4 is Sinbad Storybook Voyage at Tokyo DisneySeas.
I had that too.
I have no idea what this is going to be about. I'm guessing it's Sinbad going on a voyage, and originally, apparently, the ride was much darker in, like, adult... Well, not necessarily, like... It was just kind of darker and scarier, where it was called Sinbad's 7 Voyages, because the park was originally designed for it was designed for adults, with, like, faster and scarier rides and more shows and stuff. Since the revamp, they have modified it. Like, there's one scene where where a monkey was probably throwing rocks at somebody. Now he's throwing a thing of bananas.
No, okay.
And because I don't think it has translation, because I don't think it has a lot of dialogue, and even if it does have a lot of dialogue, because there's so much like scenery and sets, I think we'll be able to, if nothing else, just watch it.
Okay.
Like, Pirates of the Caribbean, that didn't really have a narration, and we were able to understand that. Or, if nothing else, we enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. True. Very true.
Okay, number 3.
Okay, I'm going to skip over to another major park that we're hopefully going to, and that's Universal Studios.
I'm glad you didn't say, like, what's that Hyannisha or park?
Yep.
I would have been like, you try to pronounce it.
Yep. One of the things that I want to see there is Backdraft. And I think that...
Do you want to say what Backdraft is?
Well, I'm thinking it is along the lines of that other show, Twister.
The former ride? The former Twister at Universal Studios in Orlando?
I'm thinking that's what it's kind of leaned towards.
Like it's going to be one of those so bad it's good things?
Well, Backdraft, or not Backdraft, yeah,
Twister.
Backdraft. That had a good plot, and if you get, like in Twister, you got close and you kind of felt the Twister. So, I mean, if you feel the heat of the fire or something, I think that might be kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully it's not all walking.
And hopefully there are seats.
Yeah.
Call me lazy, but I want seats.
Oh, okay.
Number 3, and this was also on her list, Pooh's Honey Hunt.
Yep.
We've both been on the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh in California. In fact, when we went, the park was kind of like so dead because Haunted Mansion, I guess, was kind of stopping a lot of people. That during the time when we were waiting for our Fast Pass, we both rode Winnie the Pooh. I rode Splash Mountain, and then I rode Winnie the Pooh again, and we still had time left over. Splash, I think, was a walk-on. Winnie the Pooh was practically a walk-on. But this one, because it's trackless, which means that the cars can spin in certain directions, and it just seems so immersive and so whimsical and just like cute, family-ish. And when I was a kid, I was a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. I'm not so much anymore. Well, I still am, but I'm not like as hardcore as I was.
Mm-hmm.
But this seems like an incredible ride. And come on, you spend $100 million on something, it's most likely, well, hopefully good.
Yeah, hopefully.
Was it? Number 2.
Number 2, I have also at Universal Studios Japan, Waterworld.
Ah, yeah.
I know it's a stunt show and everything, but they're on jet skis and all of that. I kind of want to see.
And there are
kinda
explosions
stunts.
and stuff.
Yeah, and you got people chasing people and battle scenes and.
Have you seen the movie?
I've heard about the movie. I don't.
In
think
a related
I've
story,
seen it.
In a related story, get it on DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah, no. So it's supposed to be full of action. It's on the water. They're on like a jet ski type thing.
Maybe that's a movie we should review.
No, thank you.
Or at least watch before our trip.
So that's kind of something I'm interested in. You know, if the weather is cold or hot, not sure what Japan is going to be like, but you know, sometimes you have to watch some of these shows, enjoy them, just to take a break from all the walking and everything else.
And get splashed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not Shamu, but you know, yeah.
Or it's not, what was Clyde and Seymour?
Oh.
At SeaWorld San Diego?
Yep.
My number 2, Journey to the Center of the Earth at Tokyo DisneySeas. I rode Radiator Springs in California Adventure 2 or 3 times, I think?
Yep.
At least twice.
Well, you rode it before
I rode it the day before, then I rode it again, and then you rode it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've been on it 3 times. This, I guess, is similar style, except it has a, like, big drop, similar to, like, a Splash Mountain kind of style. And the fact that you've got kind of enclosed cars also makes it look it looks cool. And because it's indoors most of the time, that just looks incredible as well. And it just looks insane.
Huh.
Can I also put a tie here?
Sure.
Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, also at Tokyo DisneySeas.
Uh-oh.
What? No, it's not it's not themed to that movie.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
So you might ride it?
Didn't you ride in Indiana Jones?
I rode in California, the Indiana Jones Adventure, and apparently this is just like a little bit better, like slightly more intense or more awesome.
Go for it.
I
can sit outside and wait for you.
You'll rewrite Journey to the Center of the Earth. No. While I'm at Indiana Jones, you'll ride their rough looping coaster, Raging Spirits.
Probably not.
Or you'll just maybe get a Coke.
Or just sit.
Okay, and number 1. What is your number 1?
My number 1 is Terminator 2 in 3D.
Have you ever seen Terminator 2?
No, I saw Terminator 1. Would I be lost in this show?
I guess we'll also have to review that this year. We're gonna have to review a lot of movies. Jaws, Waterworld, yeah.
So it's a battle.
Terminator 2.
It's a battle between what? People and cyborgs or something?
Yeah, I guess. Cyborgs and I guess the Resistance. I'm sorry, I haven't seen many Terminator. I haven't seen the first 3 Terminator movies.
The picture I'm looking at just looks really kind of real.
And it's in 3D.
I might be screaming a little bit if it's that good.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you're screaming, I better get out the camera and film you.
No.
Come on, that'll get so many views.
No, that's okay.
You'll be famous.
I'm a big chicken on Ferris wheels and everything else, so no thank you.
So you're not going to ride those 400, 500, 600 foot tall Ferris wheels in Japan?
Ain't gonna do it.
What if you were blindfolded and had
No,
water?
I still feel like I'm lifting.
Come on, it would only be like half an hour long.
No.
Anyway, so that's your number one.
Yep, what's yours?
I'm kind of cheating with this one. The park Sega Joyopolis.
The whole park?
Yes, Sega Joyopolis.
Wow.
This is where I go on Wikipedia to find information. Sega Joyopolis. I was fortunate enough to have been to the... I'm sorry, Sega Joypolis. The Sega Park in Japan. You know what I mean. This park, I was fortunate enough to have been to Disney Quest when it was in Chicago. I never went to the one in Orlando. That was that was years after my time. That was like 8 years after I went. And I probably wouldn't have remembered anything about it. Yeah, that needs WD-40 or something. But anyway, this park is apparently similar to that, but updated. Like, they have a lot of cool effects. Like, they have a spinning coaster where they show like screens of like people being shot at, like themed to a video game, and then it launches you, and then you do an inversion underneath, and it's a spinning coaster,
Whoa.
and you do a helix. So you'll be riding that, right?
No.
Okay.
I won't.
You can stand underneath the zero-G roll and wave to me.
Okay, maybe.
You can wave to everybody, and I'll be like, ah! They have so many things. Like they have something like a snowboarding ride set to music. They have a shooting attractions where guests shoot skeletons and help pirates. They have a racing game powered by a treadmill. They have another one where it's a horror-themed 3D ride. They have one themed to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. They have a hang-gliding jungle-themed simulator. They have what the heck is Ace Attorney? I'm just looking through some of these. They have one where attendees answer questions and create characters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So audience interaction.
Yeah, there's other things where it's a ride version of an arcade game themed around Transformers. There's one themed where people sit in real cars and do a driving simulator game. There's a mystery attraction where attendees must undercover a treasure warehouse. There's one where you go into space. There's just so many simulator VR things that you can experience. There's also some cool places. Like there's one like a Frame Cafe, which that sounds cool. There's also a lot of games and stuff. It's just the fact that this park is similar to similar to Disney Quest, and that was something I did years and years ago, and it's not there anymore, and neither is the one in Orlando. This just seems like beyond awesome. I mean, come on, there's a haunted house with VR technology. And you can bet Kay is gonna do that with me, right?
Oh, we'll see.
Again, I might have to, like, make you really tired or something, or make you, like... Yeah. Do you have an honorable mention? Because I do.
No, I don't.
My honorable mention, besides all of the other rides, and... Oh, okay, I have two honorable mentions. One is apparently at this park in Japan. It's this jungle-themed shooting interactive dark ride, but the ride is apparently sponsored by PETA because you're not supposed to shoot the animals, you're supposed to shoot the hunters.
Okay.
And it's like
that's a twist on
and like Andrew Hyde said on In the Loop, which you can experience on my channel, so subscribe now. Is like, this would never work in the US. You're giving me a gun to shoot people.
Yeah.
So would that be...
I don't think we want to encourage that.
Would that be something you'd do?
I don't know.
Come on, you have to save the animals, so you have to shoot the people.
Yeah, but on another note, that reminds me of when The Rock was on SNL.
Oh, the one where he got The one where he
It
got
was
poisoned?
Bambi's.
Oh, that one!
Bambi's son.
Disney's Bambi. Oh, you've got to see that. It's hilarious. It's a parody of Furious 7 and the Disney live action remix. It's awesome. But so another honorable mention that I have is all the weird popcorn at Tokyo Disneyland and DisneySea. There's like coffee popcorn, there's like coconut popcorn. I think there's like green tea popcorn. There's like so many weird probably like chocolate banana popcorn.
Ooh.
And as you can guess, Kay is also going to try them.
Some.
But yeah, they have... Oh,
I'm sure they will give you a couple pieces as a sample.
I think they also have like grape popcorn or something.
Just so they don't have like
strawberry
or
popcorn.
Jelly Bellies, like dirt and
and like snot and like pus maybe or something.
We don't need those.
We'll probably try them anyway.
I won't.
Or we can just try butterbeer ice cream at Universal Studios Japan, maybe.
Yeah, we didn't get that at Universal in Florida.
And part of me wants to try hot butterbeer, but another part of me doesn't want to. Anyway, that's our list of things that we want to do in Japan that we're looking forward to. We can't say what the group is because we're posting this on multiple channels, so subscribe, and if you keep subscribing, I'll say it less. Seriously, I promise. Fingers crossed. Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said fingers crossed, but thumbs up. So until next time, I'm Coaster Cat, aka Roller Coaster Rider. We're sorry for the very long hiatus, but we've been sick, and we don't live in Orlando or Southern California, so our theme parks are, kind of closed. But anyway, I'm Coaster Cat, aka Roller Coaster Rider.
And I'm Kay.
And konnichiwa,
Okay, bye.
buddies.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Okay.